Hello YouTube and welcome. This is my first video and I'm Azeem's. So let me start off by saying excuse the mess. I quite literally just finished working out and running. So let's get started on how running barefoot changed my life. So we know or may not know about the benefits of walking or running barefoot, but there is benefits such as restoring our gait or natural walking pattern, strengthens the muscles you do not use while wearing shoes, balance, body awareness, stability, and blah blah blah, so on, as well as it grounds you. And no, I'm not advocating for you to try it. I'm just merely testing it out myself, but overall it has benefits both scientifically and spiritually, and you can look it up on Google or whatever. So anyway, after working out, I wanted to test it out, and I was gonna go for a run, so I was like, might as well. So let me paint the picture for you. I went out and ran around my neighborhood listening to Hans Zimmer, the Interstellar soundtrack. The run turned out to be extremely introspective, probably because of good old Hans Zimmer, and the pain. It was pretty painful running on asphalt, because I started off running on asphalt like an idiot. It literally hurt every step of the way, until I finally realized, like, hey, I could just run on the sidewalk. So I'll post some of the Snapchats and edit them in here, whatever, so you can see like just my thinking process along the way. So anyway, continuing on, I was joking, trying to compare running barefoot to life, merely just to forget about the pain. And then I really thought about it, and running barefoot at night really is just like life. And wait, before you leave, let me explain, and in the end you can laugh at me, oh, okay, fair. So running barefoot at night is very much like life, or at least comparable. So I'm going to start off broad and then relate this to my life, and hopefully in the end you can take this to maybe change your life, or who knows, take what you will. Anyway, moving forward, everyone starts off on different roads, be it asphalt or sand or even grass. While running, I related life progression to the steps I was taking, and every step I realized something new. So prepare, because it's gonna get a bit philosophical. We as humans start off on different roads, but we all move forward. I say at night, running barefoot at night, simply because that night part translate to some of us who don't know where the next step is taking us. That step could be an acorn, it could be a soft cushiony area, we don't know. We take that step anyway, expecting better, and yes, for some there is light, and you can see like the next step, what the next step holds. But for me and those who are similar to me, our lives are in such disarray that we just move forward not knowing what the next step will bring. Then of course comes like how you handle that step, like, which is important. Do you cry and complain when you step on an acorn? Do you sidestep it? Do you stop? Or do you deal with the pain and keep going? And maybe even knowing that the next step will be more acorns or a pebble or even something sharp. We go through life experiencing all kinds of things. Every day we are alive, we have added another step to that journey. For those who move through life fast, experience a different kind of pain, not one from the outside world per se, but instead one from themselves, like the pain I felt in my ankles as I was running. And those moving through life slowly see things different, than the ones moving fast. The faster you move through life, I feel like it's more uncertain. It becomes while those who move slower can see the next step. You're seeing what your next step is going to be, or at least you're planning it out, than those who are just like moving through life fast and they're just like running. But and then obviously for those that don't move, do so because of a number of different reasons, but we won't get into that. That'll be a whole discussion. So bringing this all back to me and how it changed me, or at least my perspective, is that even if I step on something or fall, I need to keep moving forward. Like there's gonna be people you meet along the way who either run with you, or some who just come and go, for better or worse. We all don't know what lays on the end of the road, but we gotta enjoy the experience. Because it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And obviously, we all heard that before, but by analyzing how I ran, I saw how, I was like relating it to how I moved through life. And if I want that end destination to be grand and worth the journey, I'm just gonna have to change it. I'm not saying it's easy, because it's it's painful, to move. Like at first for me, like just starting to do that was like, you know, obviously running on asphalt was like painful for me. But I changed, you know, where I was running to, from the asphalt to the sidewalk, and then, you know, obviously you can go to grass or sand, which is easier to run on. And you know, like it really will be painful, but for a while, and maybe even for a while actually, but like once the pain subsides, you'll start to see things differently, which, you know, happened to me. The pain started subsiding, and I was just thinking about life and my life in general. And I know a lot of you are saying like it, you know, that doesn't change my life, or it didn't change my life, but I would disagree, because changing one's perspective will change how you move through life. Therefore, meaning like me running barefoot at night has definitely changed my life. It's all about perspective, and you know, you have to want to change to be the change. You know, to be a better you or whatever, you have to want it. So anyway, thank you for sticking through, and hopefully it wasn't too long. And if you think I'm an idiot, comment below. You know, some flame always warms my soul. And on that note, goodbye and good night.